Hello, gang. Welcome back. Christian here. I wanted to talk a little bit about when you're in a position of just starting out a YouTube channel like myself. Just hit 10 subscribers, by the way. Pretty stoked about that. If you're here, it's for good reason. Um, I just wanted to, tap a little bit into the process that your mind can go through when you're just starting out, at least from my experience and what I've been going through. Um, I think a really important thing to know when you're just starting out, and if you're not a person like me, where, like, dude, as I've been getting to learn more about this stuff, I've been getting a lot more videos on my recommended that are about like gaming the algorithm or trying to get things down to a science and like a whole bunch of super complicated things that come along with content creation. And a part of me is like, has been like, oh man, I should do that. I should like try to tap into all this and see if it'll benefit me. And every time I get into it or I start looking at the different tools that they recommend, I'm like, this is not for me. I don't want to do that. I want to be successful on here, but I want it to happen when it needs to, because I know that it will, and it'll happen at the right time. So I wanted to do a little bit of an oracle reading. What is this one? Openness, full moon tonight in Cancer, which is pretty cool. But I wanted to do a oracle reading in just try to channel some messages that the people who are watching this who may be in a similar position, um, some things that they might need to know. So let's get into that. Mmm. Can't see that? Taking risks. Beautiful card. Beautiful card. Okay. So that is the first one. Thank you, Spirit. I'm gonna do two more. So taking risks, that is a phenomenal card if you're in the midst of the beginning of a project like we happen to be right here in this collective that's watching this. So let's go ahead and get another one. Happiness. Beautiful card. I love dolphins. I think I heard it's illegal to communicate with dolphins. It's like a U.S. government law. I don't know. That kind of sounds a little wild. So let's get one last one in here. Ah, blessings, blessings. Beautiful card. I love this card. So basically, what I'm getting from this, from all three of these, is that when you're in a position, if you happen to be in one like myself, and this reading is for myself and for everybody watching this, that if you are beginning and in the midst of a project that you want to have come alive or that you want to create, a very important thing to do is to be okay to fail. Be okay to fail. And if you happen to fail, try to look at that failure in the way of it being ultimately a teacher for you to learn from. What's a lesson that you can learn from this? How is this happening for me and not to me? So I'll go ahead and read this first description for the card of taking risks. I love this card. This is a phenomenal one when it comes to, like I said, people who are just starting out new projects and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and find it. Taking risks. Okay, so it has a description of the card. It says high plateau. A high plateau is a large flat area of land that is significantly higher than the landscape around it. The sides, at least one or two, are sheer and steep. These formations are typically caused by the upwelling of volcanic magma tectonic movement, or even erosion. Some indigenous groups call these tablelands Tepowai, I think that's how you say it, which means house of the gods. When you stand at the edge of one of these sheer walls, you can feel that you are in the place of the gods. Okay, so that's the description of this card. It's got a pretty sick eagle on it, which I really love. This deck, by the way, is called Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Linn. A 52 card deck to discover the landscape of your soul. This is my first Oracle deck, and I love it. I've been able to do a lot of readings for my friends, and they've been able to gain some great insight into their lives through their guides and stuff like that. So what this card wants us to know: when you draw this card, it is time to step beyond your normal, everyday life. Take some risks. Face your fears. Do things in a new and even unorthodox way. Listen more to your inner voice than to the voices and opinions of others. Rather than running from potential failure, embrace it. History has shown that those willing to face failure will often succeed in a massive way later. So, if you're like me, where you're a regular person, you work a regular job, all right? If you're younger, you're working a dead-end job, you don't know where it's going to go, and you're like, man, I need to do something that might give me the potential to get out of not the rut, but the monotony of your everyday life. Something like taking risks is incredibly important, because if you don't do anything in that regard, nothing will change. You are the only one who can make that change within yourself and for your circumstances. It's important, I think, in this case especially, to remember that we live in the third dimension. We live in the 3D world. And 3D, 4D, 5D. If you are trying to attract, let's say, success or abundance towards something like your YouTube channel or social media or whatever it may be, it's incredibly important to not only visualize what it would not feel like, but what it would look like to have a certain successful moment happen, or to be in a place that you really want to be with all this type of stuff. But it's the most important part is to feel the feeling of it. Feel the emotions and the things that you would be thinking into your head, the gratefulness, the gratitude, the just how beautiful it can feel. Envelop yourself into that feeling, dive into that, and show a true appreciation for it, and that'll bring it that much closer to you, no matter what the numbers say. For my case, I just hit 10 subscribers yesterday. I'm hyped off of that, dude. I'm happy that anybody's watching this. I don't have a negative attitude about it. I'm just doing what I want, but I am not going to press myself to try to game the system, game the algorithm, and to just make things way more complicated than they need to be so I can try to attain some type of short-term success. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm just trying to get on here, share what I have to say, do my thing, and that's that. And you might be in the same exact case or same shoes of you just want to have fun with it. You just want to enjoy it. And if you can support yourself off of it, even better. So taking risks is incredibly important. Half of the battle is taking that first step. That's 50% of it. So doing that, you are already much further ahead than most people. And it's not important that you're ahead of most people, but it's important that you're doing something to take a step in the right direction to attain that life and that fulfillment that you truly seek deep down, that you may not have felt like you could ever attain before. So taking risks. And then we have the happiness card with the super lit dolphins and the sun. Beautiful. That water looks majestic. So we'll go over to happiness. I am just getting like the hang of these cards, so I'm gonna get to the point where I can learn them, but I like reading the descriptions and stuff like that. Okay, so we got Happiness. Shimmering sunshine. Our sun is at the center of our solar system. Our planet and our lives revolve around its cycles of light and dark. Our inner and outer biological rhythms, as well as the rhythms of every animate and inert part of life, are ruled by this celestial force. In the far past, the sun has been thought of as a god. Traditionally, it has been associated with happiness, joy, hope, enlightenment, illumination, truth, cheer, warmth, and goodwill. Additionally, sunlight is an expansive force. When something is heating up by the light of the sun, it enlarges. Without the energy of the sun, things contract. The sun carries the deepest energies of expansion in life. So to receive this card is to know that you are expanding. And that goes out to you, especially if you found this and you're watching this. Okay. So the sacred landscape wants you to know. Click your heels and shout for joy. The signs are with you. Let your light shine. Abounding good luck awaits you. A gateway is opening for even more joy and happiness. Your life is expanding. Opportunities are emerging. This is the time to go forward with glee. Love deeply and fully. Embrace life with open arms. Goodness is flowing to you. The only thing to be aware of is to monitor your expansion in a metered way. Too much, too fast can be overwhelming. So I think I would take this card, you getting this card of happiness, as a confirmation that if you've been feeling like a change, not a change of heart, but like this feeling inside of you that you want things to be different and that you know things are going to be different, that you know things are going to be improving for you. And if you've been finding yourself being in a bit more of an abundant mindset in the way of not thinking of things so in such a limited manner, not putting a cap on yourself for what you feel like you're capable of, for what you feel like you can really handle. I feel like with getting a card like this, it's exactly what it said. Embrace life with open arms. Goodness is flowing to you. So embracing life, embracing those emotions that come along with the beginning of a process, the beginning of a creative project, whatever it may be, that is incredibly important. Enjoying the process of it. Fuck, bro. The gusto. I don't even know. Pesto. Doesn't matter. I'm getting green in my head. Green for the heart chakra. Anyways, man, it says your life is expanding and opportunities are emerging. A gateway is opening for even more joy and happiness. So take some hope in that. Take some hope that things are going to be changing and that you are at the forefront of that change for whatever it is that you want to create within your reality. I can't stress that enough. I have been learning it so like in my face as of recent, how we dictate and control everything really that happens around us within our reality. Obviously not everything, but your perception, how you view things, how you take things, how you process things. That is on you. And if you're able to take things and transmute it, alchemize it into a positive from a negative, you're going to move and flow throughout life in a much easier and more, how do I say it? I don't want to say sequential, but gearbox. You're going to flow. You're just going to flow so much easier when you're able to do that. So that's the happiness card. And then we got our last one is blessings. Beautiful card. I really love this card. I've been getting this one a lot as of recent, which I very much appreciate. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Thank you, ancestors, everybody watching, listening, that is present here for this. Blessings is a beautiful card. So let me go ahead and read you the meaning of this. Okay. Blessings. Holy Spring. In many ancient cultures, it is believed that there were some springs that were holy. Gods and goddesses were thought to reside in or near these special places, and they were revered. Greek mythology is replete with stories of these special places. Many of the Christian hallowed water sources, such as the Chalice Well, were used for sacred purposes long before Christianity rose to prominence. These kinds of springs were thought to be healing waters where blessings were bestowed by mystical beings. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels, guides, and spirit guardians are watching over you. Angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. So, if you have been trying to manifest a better reality for yourself, take this as a confirmation that those things are coming to you, because you do deserve those things, because you can handle those blessings. Nothing comes at the wrong time, and everything comes at the right time. So in this case, this is really here to remind us that those above us, those in spirit, angels, guides, spirit guardians, are watching over us. And angelic intervention is available to you. Something I'm feeling compelled to let you know is that when it comes to communication with guides and stuff like that, I've been in the process of learning how to go about it. And I came from a religious background, came from a cult, and learning how to communicate, and not only communicate, but learn to understand and really try to comprehend that there are beings like that are around you, that keep track of you, that watch over your life, that help things to be arranged in a specific manner. Coming from the background that I did, I had a lot of guilt when it came to talking to God or Jesus or anybody in that realm. And I think the more that I've asked my guides to show themselves in a manner that is not only really evident, but very personal to me, the more personal and enjoyable it's gotten. I had to learn that they are not wish makers, or like they don't grant your wishes, just whatever you want. It is truly about the path that your soul chose and the experiences that your soul chose to come down here and have. Those things need to happen, but they are there to help guide you through that. Everything that happens to you here, the major events, those things are prearranged, agreed upon prior to incarnating. So in my most difficult times that I've had, I've gotten really upset that nothing's happened and that things haven't been manifesting for me, or that my life feels like it's in a rut or a standstill, or I feel like I can't get out of my job or whatever it may be. They remind me continually that I have the answers and the things that I need truly within me or inside of me. An important thing to do is, if you're watching this, you're probably someone that also struggles with this, is listening to your intuition. I've had the biggest trouble with listening to my intuition and knowing what voice that was, or anything of that sort. No, it just became so hard for me. But with their patience and me asking for sincere help, they've been able to help me to learn what that voice is and to learn who it comes from. Your intuition comes from God. That's basically, if you want to put it down, and if you want to compartmentalize it, it's God's voice that's coming through to you. You are directly connected to that. You'll never leave that. You are never separated from that. So you will always have the answer that you need. It may not be the thing that you want to do, but your intuition, your gut is never wrong, because that is, everything is spiritual, but that is the voice to listen to. And what is my intuition telling me to do with this YouTube channel? Keep going. Keep doing it. Have fun. Enjoy it. Put out things that I want. Don't try to game the algorithm. Don't try to do things like that. Don't rack my brain with trying to get statistics right and look at all these different pieces of data and things like that. No, I'm not. It's not that I don't want to put in effort, dude. I just don't want to bother myself with that, because that feels like a very, and this is no diss to anybody who's into this, but I feel like it's a very, I feel like I'm thinking too physical, and I'm not going forward with my spirit by just doing it and doing what I enjoy. And you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with just doing what you enjoy. If you just want the money, cool, go ahead. I'm not just here for that. I'm here for the long-term growth, and you probably are as well if you found this video. So remember that you are the magic, you are the divine spark, and you have the capability and everything that you need to be able to get out of the situation that you're in and to get into the situation that you're in. But remember, it's key and integral to show gratitude and thanks for where you are now, regardless of situation, so that you can open yourself up to receiving more. Appreciate what you have now so you can receive more. That's it. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Today, whenever you're watching this, I appreciate you. I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is. And yeah, maybe we can get one more card. I'm not going to read the description, but we'll just see what happens. Ah, yeah, flow. I think I was mentioning that earlier. Getting into that flow, getting into the flow of life. Get into the flow, man. Ride it. Quit fighting it. Flow with it. Understand it. Feel it. Be with it. Be here. Be now. Great book. I love you. Thank you. Get into the flow. Keep taking risks. Know that happiness and blessings are coming for you. Thank you. All right. Bye, guys. See you in the next one.